Season 2 of The Last of Us concluded with a bang, quite literally. Fans were left at the edge of their seats as the season wrapped up with a nail-biting standoff between Ellie and Abby, the kind of moment that feels like a breathless finale, but then, in true The Last of Us fashion, the screen cuts to black, leaving fans desperate for answers. A single gunshot rings out, the screen flickers, and just like that, we're thrust into the unknown. Did Ellie survive? Did Abby pull the trigger? What comes next? This cliffhanger will undoubtedly have far-reaching implications for the already greenlit third season of the hit HBO series, with an intriguing time jump and an unexpected perspective shift. As the credits rolled, fans were left scratching their heads. Was the entire standoff a dream? Did Abby kill Ellie? Or is this something more? The finale offered no simple answers, and instead gave fans a massive clue that the story is far from over. When the scene cuts from the tense showdown, we're thrown into a completely new setting. Abby waking up in her WLF camp, with the title card reading, Seattle, Day 1. The shift in perspective and time raises a multitude of questions and hints that the show will be veering away from Ellie's point of view as it heads into the next season. So, what exactly did The Last of Us Season 2 finale leave us with? Let's break down the explosive ending and look ahead at what could come in the third season. The standoff. Tension at gunpoint. In the penultimate moments of the season, Ellie and Abby stand face to face, with everything they've fought for hanging in the balance. Ellie's been on a brutal, heart-wrenching path to get here, and Abby, as much as we've grown to understand her, has her own set of motives. This is the climax of everything that's been building up in both the game and the series. But when the gunshot rings out, the screen cuts to black, leaving fans clinging to their last shred of hope, trying to make sense of what they just saw. As showrunner Craig Mazin explained in an interview, The Last of Us is never about simple resolutions. It's about ambiguity, moral gray areas, and heartbreak. We just try and make the best show, but we do it with, I think, an enormous respect for the aspects of the game that work so well, he told IGN. Mazin's words seem to promise that while the show may stray from certain aspects of the game, it's always done with deep respect for its source material, and that cliffhanger is one of the most dramatic ways to keep the audience hooked. The perspective shift. Abby takes the spotlight. The next major twist comes when the timeline jumps backward, revealing that Season 3 might be shifting its focus away from Ellie and more toward Abby. The opening title card says, Seattle, Day 1. And suddenly, we're looking at the story from Abby's perspective, retracing her steps from the days before the standoff. This shift is crucial. For those familiar with the Last of Us games, we know that players ultimately take control of Abby in a surprising and controversial narrative choice. The finale of Season 2 was a clear signal that the show is embracing the same narrative decisions as the game, and viewers can expect to see a more nuanced exploration of Abby's past, her motivations, and her role in this brutal world. Catherine O'Hara, who portrays therapist Gail in the show, hinted to Variety that Season 3 could very well be the Abby story, adding fuel to the fire of speculation. With Season 2 having built up Abby's character in significant ways, it's clear that her journey is far from over. But before fans worry that this means the end of Ellie's story, rest assured, The Last of Us loves its characters, and Bella Ramsey's Ellie is not going anywhere anytime soon. The future. What does Season 3 hold? Neil Druckmann, co-creator of The Last of Us, recently spoke with Deadline, reflecting on the series' evolution. He acknowledged that the game's cinematic nature set incredibly high expectations for the show's adaptation. By its very nature of adapting it, it shifts and evolves, Druckmann said, acknowledging how the adaptation process has been both challenging and rewarding. With a third season confirmed, there are still plenty of unanswered questions. Where will Ellie's arc go next? How will the show handle the time jump that now separates Abby's story from Ellie's? And most importantly, how will the story's emotional core continue to resonate with fans who've already invested so much into these characters?